Hello students. So today I'm creating a quick tutorial to both go over the requirements for Apex English this summer and then also to give you a preview of your Apex course. So one of the things that you should have hopefully gone through already is the syllabus. That is down here attached to my announcement. So I'll just kind of be going step by step with a little bit of modeling of what the syllabus is talking about. So welcome, my name is Miss Laguna. I teach at Animo Jackie Robinson. I'm an English teacher for 11th and 12th grade, but for this summer I'll be guiding you through your Apex English class. You will be enrolled for Apex Credit Recovery to make up for one semester's worth of English. That will be either English 9, English 10, or English 11, and you'll either be semester A, so first semester, or semester B, which is second semester. So you'll see that when I'm talking about English 9A, that is for students who are making up first semester of 9th grade. If I say English 10B, those are people or students who are making up second semester of 10th grade English. So just make sure you understand that you are only responsible for the class that you're making up. So Apex required assignments. So the majority of your grade will be determined by your Apex quizzes and unit tests. The quizzes and the tests are the thing that you have to pass with a score of 70% or above in order to make progress. All of the activities and stuff in between those quizzes and tests are to help you pass them. So it's self-paced, so you are going through this at your own pace, and basically when it comes time to take a quiz, you'll have 2 chances to take that quiz, to pass it, and then move on to the next step. So that's where the Apex grade comes from. It's your average of all the quizzes and the unit tests, which are also known as the CST. And before you take or start a unit, you have to begin with the unit pretest. And I'm going to pause for a second because, never mind, I'm not going to pause. There's just a lot of noise in my house right now. Welcome to distance learning. Okay, continuing. There are other things that you must do, okay, in order to pass summer school. These are extra things in addition to Apex. So here they are, the daily tech check-in document. This is due every day before 8 p.m. I posted the July 1st check-in document. To find that, you can go to classwork, go to daily attendance documents, and you will click there, and you have 3 questions to answer. Very simple. Make sure you answer all 3 of them, turn in, and that's your attendance due before 8 p.m. Going back to the syllabus, so that's the daily check-in document. That's a requirement. The WIOA assignment, this is not created by me. It is created by Opportunities for Youth, which is the organization running summer school. They require us to give them to you, and you have to do them. There's going to be 5 total from now until July 28th. Okay, due every Friday by 8 p.m. That was posted by Miss Lita, and that can be found on the side here. It's trash day. It's very loud. I'm sorry. Okay, continuing. WIOA lessons are on the side here. Miss Lita posted this. This lesson is for workplace, college career readiness. Today you're talking about the mere exposure effect, so you read it and answer some questions there. Okay? All right, so that is the second requirement for the WIOA. The third requirement is an Apex unit activity each week. So this week's a little weird because we're starting on a Wednesday, so I made this first one to be due Tuesday. I would recommend getting it done just as soon as you can. So I will be posting these once a week. You will see it being posted to all of the different classes, but each class is going to have a different assignment. It is really, really important that you only look at the class that you are taking. So if you're not taking 9A, don't even look at that. That's not for you. If you're taking 9B, you do want to look at that. That is for you, your assignment. I'm grading this one. And basically what I did is I just chose an activity from the Apex course So I looked through, I chose one, and I took out the reading, an article usually. So you have to read this. And then I took out the questions and put them in a Google Doc. And that's what you have to complete. You have to answer these questions based on the reading. It's really nice because each question, like you'll see it's question 1, question 2, they all match up with the reading. So if you'll notice there is an underlined section and it has a 1, that means that's going to help you answer question 1. Very, very, I think it's easy to follow. And this is, again, a requirement. I took one of the assignments from your Apex class. I assigned it to you. You're going to get 5 total that you must complete from July 1st through July 28th. Okay? So remember, you're only responsible for the one that you are retaking. So only pay attention to your course, either 9A, 9B, 10A, 10B, or 11A. Okay, moving forward. So those are the 3 requirements outside of the Apex quizzes and unit tests. The last requirement is the weekly office hour visits. You do not have to come for the whole 2 hours. You just need to come, check in. Basically, you know, if you have a question or you want me to unlock a quiz or test, that's when you come in, you type in, "Hi, Miss Laguna, I need to take the unit test, unit 1 test. I'm in 9A, can you unlock that for me?" And I do that. Or, on the other hand, maybe you've taken a quiz twice already, you can't pass it. That's when you can come to the office hours and say, "I can't pass this quiz, it's about this story, I'm having trouble, can you help me?" And in which case I can basically look at the story, I can, you know, maybe work through some of the main things for you. I won't give you quiz answers, right? That's for you to figure out, but I will be able to offer some hints or steps for you to take. Okay, so together, the Apex required assignments and the Google Classroom required assignments together make up your grade. Your final grade for Apex will not go on your transcript until you've done all of the Google Classroom requirements. So you may be done with Apex totally, you may have passed the class, but if you didn't do any of this stuff, we can't help you, okay, because this is part of the requirements. As I mentioned, attendance, daily attendance is mandatory. I'm tracking it, Ms. Lita is tracking it through the check-in form, the 3 questions on the Google Doc. So make sure you do it every day. You can do it beginning of the day, end of the day, just make sure it's every day before 8 p.m. You cannot be absent for more than 3 days, otherwise you will be kicked out of the summer school program, which we don't want. As I mentioned, my office hours are from 10 to 12. You must attend office hours 2 times a week. You do not stay for the whole 2 hours. You can just check in. If you are continually failing a quiz, you're not doing it, passing it with a 70% or above, I may require you to come to office hours before I unlock it again and again, just to make sure you know how to access the resources. And then for the week of July 13th through 17th, due to a prior commitment, I will have office hours in the afternoon from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And I'll remind you guys. I already talked about the WIOA assignments. Again, make sure you're keeping up with those. They'll be posted once a week. I actually have the ability to reset your password. So if you're unable to log in, you can email me or Miss Lita, and I can tell you what your password is for Apex. But make sure you write it down somewhere. You're logging in daily. And then you may have heard me refer to unlocking Apex quizzes and tests. Let me explain what this is. You basically, I always have to unlock the pre-test and the unit test. So there's 5 units total for each Apex test there's 5 units total for each Apex class that you're retaking. For the first step, you always take the pre-test, okay? You want to try your best on that pre-test. You want to use your resources so that you do well, because it can help you skip some of the lessons, and I'll explain that to you. So I have to unlock the pre-test. So you need to tell me, like, hey, I'm done with unit 1. I need to do the CST. That's the unit test. I'll unlock it for you. You'll do it. If you pass it, you need to move on to the next unit, and you always have to take the pre-test for the next unit. When you email me, you must tell me the number of the test. So the assignments and the tests all have a number, like 1.4.2. You have to tell me which one it is. Miss Laguna, my name is blank. I'm taking English 9A, and I would like to unlock the quiz 1.2.1. And that's all you have to do, and I can do that for you. Please do it during school hours. If it's after school hours, I may not get back to you right away. So try your best to stay within the 8 to 3 p.m. Okay, so I have about 5 more minutes. I want to just go to the Apex, and I can show you what that looks like on my end, and then what it looks like on your end. So these are all the classes that people are retaking. Look how I am in charge of 5 different classes and managing those classes, okay? So when I expand them, I can actually open up the gradebook, and this is how I can see your progress for each unit, okay? So there's 5 units, and if I click on your name, that's where I can actually see how you're doing. And then if I look at the summary, this is where I can unlock those quizzes and tests for you. So everyone is able to unlock, everyone is able to complete the first pre-test as of right now, because I unlocked it. If you want to take a quiz, like let's say for example, Osvaldo's already done his pre-test, awesome job. And it's time for him to do the first quiz, which he did. He got a 16 out of 20. Great job, Osvaldo. And what you will do then is move on. If he retakes this and he can't pass it, then it'll lock, and I actually have to unlock that for him. So that's where the communication comes in. Osvaldo would email me. He would say, "Hi, Miss Laguna, I'm taking 10A. Please unlock 1.2.2 for me," and I'll do that. Okay. At the end of your unit, there's the CST. I always have to unlock that for you. So notice that this is all locked. So when you're ready to take the unit test, I will unlock it for you, so that way you can take that. Okay, 3 more minutes. So I just want to show you what you might see when you log in. So I'm just using 10A as an example. And so Apex Learning looks like this. Everyone has 5 units to go through. Each unit has a different theme, and it's all different for each semester for each class. So for English 10 semester 1, you're looking at the written word, the story, literary criticism, a research paper, and wrapping up. Okay? Notice how for the written word, I took the pretest, 24 to 24 points. Now, what that means is that since I did so well on the pretest, it automatically skipped me through some of the activities and quizzes. This is why it's really important that when you take that pretest, you are trying your best. Use your resources. If you don't know what a question is asking, Google it. If it's asking about a particular text, you're not sure what it's about, again, look it up, because if you try your best on that pretest and you do as well as you possibly can, it can help you go through the course faster. Notice that every time you have a quiz, it'll tell you what the quiz is about. So this quiz is about understanding writing versus speech. You kind of have to go through and study, so you would want to review this before you take the quiz. Okay? So notice that it has a study guide that you can click on. This is stuff for you to print. You don't need to print anything. You could just look at it. It's loading. It's going to cut me off. But anyway, so these are just some things for you to look at. And you can read through, you can watch videos, but you want to make sure that before you take those quizzes that you study for them, okay? You can click here to see the other lessons. And again, when you get to the end of a unit, lesson 1.4 usually, that's when you can take the CST. I'll unlock it for you. And that's what's going to help you finalize your grade in the course, okay? So overall, the big takeaways are, always do the pre-test, try your best. I have to unlock it for you. You have to do well on the quizzes. Make sure you study before you take the quizzes. And then finally, the CST is the unit test. I have to unlock that for you. Each CST that you take will average your grade in the whole course for Apex. Okay? So email me if you have any questions, and best of luck with your first pre-test.